I just started crying. I literally just broke down into tears at the school buses driving by our house. It is that time of day, 5 days a week, for, well, what, kindergarten? Up until you graduate from the prison system. I am sorry. When it comes to school buses, I do not get my son anything at all whatsoever with a school bus on it. I have such a disdain. I have such a powerful, strong, vehement, is that a word? I hate school buses. I'm sorry. Even though, yes, I rode on them once upon a time to the tassel back when I was 22, 23, I think.
Mama,
Yes,
something bad right there.
there is. Oh, he's cute. We can.
Under there.
He did. He went under there. Maybe we can put him in the kitchen. Or should we put him in the window? Maybe he'll eat some bugs. So I think a school bus could be fun and creative and innovative and serve a purpose and have a time and a place and something like that. You can make your own camper out of it, or you could use it for detasseling like I did. But the school bus in and of itself, what it was intended for, what it was created, and what purpose it serves, and what it does to our children and to society, I cannot handle it. Why not homeschool? Why not homeschool? There are so many capable mothers and fathers that can and should and do not. I'm not talking about the exception to the rule, right? Because there are so many single moms and single dads that don't have a choice, and extenuating circumstances for some married couples or relationship couples or whoever you are, that you don't have a choice and your child is stuck in this government system that is so anti everything of what so many people stand for, at least for me and for my husband and our son. And just think about everything that's, I know I've talked about this before, but what happens in the public school setting. Your children, it is literally like a prison. It is. It is for the government's benefit, not for your children's, not for you. Yeah, of course, there's times where I'm like, gosh, I am kind of jealous because, like, there's all these stay-at-home moms that could be raising their kids, but the government is, and they've got all this time where they get to make their house the way they want it and have time to themselves and get everything done with no interruptions. That's really nice. And I think there should be some type of a village, or you at some point when your children are old enough and you can have someone else babysit them and help you, or it kind of goes this way and that way, and you know what I'm saying. But it's just the general rule of the whole school bus subject in life that it breaks me. And there are many times where I feel so bad for these children and the bullying that's happening on those school buses and in the schools and all the bad influences, and how they're not really with their families and they're with the government and with their peers, and all of the shootings in the schools that are taking place, and there's all the unlove. There is not enough love. So I'm just like, you know what? With all these school buses, I've never seen so many school buses in my entire life. Maybe my son and I can make sure we are outside in our yard at that time of day, it's usually around 3 o'clock, and we can wave and we can be like, hi, to all these poor children, because they need so much love, and they need their families. And if they're not getting it from their families, some are for sure, but I'm just so grateful that we get to homeschool, and I feel so passionately about this, and the homeschool system, the whole setup, the whole idea is not supposed to look like the public school at all. And I love it so much, and I just want to put you all onto homeschooling. And if you can't, I understand, and hopefully you just want better for your kids. But anyway, I just had to have this little rant about school buses because it is such a big deal. Thank you for your time. P.S. And let's not forget about the holy terror that school bus drivers tend to be more often than not. I try to avoid being around them at all costs and keep my distance, and just hope everyone ends up okay and survives, because they drive like they're this tiny little car when they're this ginormous bus that's like as big as the world. they think that they're, I don't know what their deal is. I don't know what it is, but it's terrifying. They drive like an idiot most of the time, and it should be illegal, and they should not have a license because of how bad they are. And so school buses are a big no-no in my home.